Hey guys, it's Shani here and welcome back to the After Action Report, and more importantly, welcome back to episode 31. Now, I know we've been on a little bit of a hiatus recently and we've had a little bit of a change in structure because obviously there was a bunch of different stuff going on. There was Winter Invitational a couple of weeks ago. I think we're moving into months ago actually. Then I did a recent video where I took you through all of the dates that you need to know for the beta coming up next month. But I feel like we're finally back into the swing of a regularly structured episode. And what better way to start chatting about this but discussing what was CWL Champs 2019. Now, I thoroughly loved it. I watched absolutely everything that was live on Alpha. I literally shifted my sleep schedule again. Of course, being in South Africa, I was watching games until 4 in the morning. But absolutely amazing champs. I feel like champs every year brings the heat, but this year's champs was just completely on another level in comparison to other years. And obviously, given that it was the last CWL champs, because we're obviously moving into franchising going forward, there's been a ton of discussions around franchising, a lot more information being discussed around that. I'm going to be leaving that to another episode because there is quite a couple of things that I do want to touch about in this one. So franchising we'll discuss at a later date, but champs was absolutely amazing. I would have liked to see Optic win just to end off the story, I feel. 100 Thieves obviously made it all the way to another grand final, but E United proving to be super dominant this season for Black Ops 4 and winning back-to-back, arguably the two most important events of the year. Of course, they did win CWL Finals, which was for the Pro League, and then they walked away as your CWL 2019 champions. Now, super stoked. That is an absolutely insane story for Clayster, obviously coming from not having won in such a long time, then winning back-to-back. Dude deserves his second ring, but then more importantly, can we discuss the insane story that is Simp? Now, I have discussed Simp on the channel, I don't remember which episode it was, but I did discuss how Simp was clearly one of the standout players of the season, obviously coming in his first season as a pro, so essentially basically rookie of the decade in my opinion, because what in what world do you ever see a rookie going from playing his first year, literally waiting for him to turn 18, finally being able to compete as a pro, and then going on to win CWL finals as well as champs in the year that you literally made your professional debut? I mean, dude is an absolute machine and he's got a very bright future ahead of him. Obviously going into franchising, I do feel that there's going to be a lot of changes. I do see that there's been an increase in roster size and requirements and blah blah. We're staying on console, and that's all we need to discuss for now. I will get into franchising in a later video, but we are staying on console. Finally, all of the PC rumors have been put to rest. Link is in the description below if you don't want to read more about that. But that is champs, so that means that it is now the off season, which means that there's a ton more streams, and very fortunately for us, it does happen to be the 2v2 Modern Warfare Alpha exclusively for PlayStation happening this weekend. Now, it's live right now as you're watching this video. They actually turned the servers on earlier than expected. I think the servers were only supposed to go live, I'm basing everything off of South African time, but I'm pretty sure the servers were only supposed to go live tonight, Friday evening at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., somewhere around there. And they actually went live because obviously the preload happened yesterday, 36 gigs if you're interested. But then they had the servers go live at, I want to say like quarter to 9, somewhere around there. The servers, I just got a tweet from Charlie Intel saying breaking, the servers have been switched on early, and I was like, oh my god, yes, jump into the games. I was playing Sea of Thieves, I would jump straight from Sea of Thieves into some gameplay and just getting a feel for the game. Obviously it is an alpha, so it's not going to be perfect. This is leading up to the beta that will be happening next month. I have done a video with all of the dates and times that you need to familiarize yourself with regardless of which platform you're on, because there obviously is going to be a cross-platform weekend for the open beta as well. Currently only available to play is the 2v2 gunfight, which is actually so much fun, and obviously you will go through weapons, you'll cycle through the 3 maps that are available. The maps are King Pine and Speedball, if I'm not mistaken. I hate Speedball so much. People camp on hate glitches too much. Oh my god. But besides the point, I've been enjoying it. I do want to jump into some more gameplay this weekend and potentially capture some stuff for your faces. So I don't want to go too much into what the gameplay is and what the look and feel and like the general feedback about the alpha is so far, because it only has been live for like 12 hours at this point. And the amount of tweets that I've already seen from people being like, this is my year for COD. No. Okay, friend, it is only the alpha. But thoroughly enjoying. So if you are on PlayStation, make sure you jump into that this weekend to be able to play. It is only live until Sunday, which will probably be Monday at some point for us during the morning, if I'm not mistaken, because of time differences and everything. Excited to see how this progresses into the beta, and then of course final game release 25th of October. So excited. But obviously South African Call of Duty has a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is still to be played because our season only ends in October. So with COD today, I'm actually going to be casting a Johannesburg-based LAN tomorrow / this weekend / it's happening on the 24th of August. So make sure you check out the links in the description below to check out when I'm going to be live and when, but it will be for the Raving Mad Gamers Maddox LAN, which obviously super stoked about. It's with a bunch of pickup teams. But LANs are always so fun. I know that they're doing a ton over the weekend just as a tournament. They're not only doing COD, they're doing R6, they're doing a bunch of other stuff, but then also it's all for charity, which is really great. So you can find out more about those details in the description below. But that is what's happening in the local scene. Obviously, we're gearing up now for VS Gaming Championships, which will be happening in October, as I already discussed. So yeah, there's not actually that much going on otherwise for COD today. I mean, I have some stuff up my sleeve, which I can't really disclose or touch on too much, but I do have some stuff up my sleeve, which I want to announce but can't announce just yet, but just know that there is something coming. It may or may not be something in relation to something else that I did prior, and now this is the next one, but I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't know. Forget everything that I just said. But I am working on something, and there's no guarantees on whether or not it's actually going to end up happening. But that being said, COD today, watch the space, make sure you're following me on Twitter, have the tweet notifications on if you have to, because especially with the alpha this weekend, I've been tweeting a lot. I've been retweeting a lot of stuff, and I'm honestly looking super forward to seeing what the next couple of months hold in store for us for COD. But in the same breath, with the unknowingness and the uncertainty going into franchising, I actually don't know how much changes, and all the unknowns are making me very, very cautious. So that's pretty much all I actually wanted to chat about today, I guess. I chatted about champs, I chatted about the alpha, I chatted about beta in a previous video, we obviously chatted about local scene. Have you guys seen the new Astro headsets that they announced? It's Astro ID, and you can basically design your own from scratch, and it's beautiful, and I need a pink headset in my life. But they obviously announced that, and that's gorgeous, and everything in between. They are A40s. Oh, actually, speaking about Astro, it's Gamescom this week, and Sam actually sent me some stuff about Astro, that she was like, friend, you have to see this, and I was like, oh my god, so I showed a bunch of it on Twitter. Go check out the new A50s, they're actually pretty cool. They are wireless, obviously not as serious esports as the A40s would be, because wired, obviously, in like LAN settings and event environments, they could potentially, with the wireless, have a little bit of distortion or whatever. But make sure you go check out the tweets that I did post there once again in the description below. But the new A50s look absolutely amazing. My biggest takeaway is that the mix amp, like your A40 mix amp, all of the stuff that comes along with that is actually on the headsets itself. But anyway, besides the point, me swooning over headsets has just been the mood for this week. But besides the point, that is going to be it for a very short, quick, and to the point after action report episode. I'll be back hopefully relatively soon, end of this week potentially maybe, with episode 32, just to go through more gameplay, and so you can actually see some proper gameplay footage from Modern Warfare's alpha. Besides the point, that is the episode. I'm going to leave that one there. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave that like, subscribe if you're new around here. I hope you're playing as close to 0 ping as possible, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheers!